She never expected me to find what she left behind. It was an ordinary Saturday. The kind that starts slow, with coffee still warm on the counter and sunlight draping the walls in quiet gold. I had just finished cleaning the kitchen when I remembered my phone was nearly dead. My charger had vanished again, and Ava always kept one in her car. Or so she said. Her car sat in the driveway, unlocked like usual. I climbed into the passenger seat, flipping open the glove compartment with a sigh. Just the usual. Loose papers, a cracked pair of sunglasses, a couple of gum wrappers, and a Starbucks receipt crumpled into a tight ball. Nothing out of the ordinary, until I shifted the passenger seat back. And there it was, half hidden beneath the seat, almost tucked away like a dark secret refusing to stay buried. A used condom still tied off. My first reaction wasn't anger. It was confusion. My brain scrambled to make sense of what I was seeing. Maybe it wasn't hers. Maybe it had been there before she got the car. Maybe. God, maybe anything but the truth that began clawing its way through my chest. I grabbed a tissue from the center console, plucked it up like a venomous snake, and held it at arm's length. Ava and I had been married for 6 years. 6 years of inside jokes, shared dreams, arguments over bills, slow dancing in the kitchen after midnight. She was the woman who made me believe love could weather anything. But in that moment, everything I believed cracked open. I stood there, still holding the evidence of betrayal, unable to breathe. I went back inside. My hands trembled. My mouth was dry. I didn't go upstairs, where Ava was probably lounging in bed with her tablet, maybe planning her next brunch with friends. No, I walked into the kitchen and poured myself a glass of water, using the motion to ground myself. And then I sat. I sat at the table and let the puzzle pieces slam into place like dominoes falling in reverse. The late nights at work. The quick screen swipes when I walked into the room. The sudden purchase of lacy black lingerie I never once saw her wear for me. My knuckles turned white around the glass. My mind burned. When Ava finally came downstairs, she looked just like she always did on a lazy Saturday. Messy bun, oversized hoodie from college, and bare feet padding across the hardwood floor. She smiled when she saw me. "Hey babe," she said casually, grabbing a water bottle from the fridge. "Everything okay?" I stared at her like I didn't know who she was anymore. "We need to talk," I said, keeping my tone flat, even though a war was raging inside me. She turned slowly. "Okay. About what?" I didn't say a word. I just nodded toward the counter. Her eyes followed the motion and froze. There, sitting on the edge, still wrapped in the tissue, was the used condom. For a brief second, something flickered across her face. Panic, fear, something wild and unguarded. But just as quickly, she masked it with wide-eyed innocence. "What is that?" "You tell me," I said. "I found it under the passenger seat of your car." Her grip on the water bottle tightened. She took half a step back. I don't know. Maybe it's from before. Before we cleaned the car together that one time." "Don't," I snapped. "Don't insult me. Don't treat me like I'm some idiot who can't put 2 and 2 together." Her lips parted but no sound came out. "I've been loyal to you, Ava. Through everything. I've defended you, trusted you. And this is what I get." Tears welled up in her eyes. "It's not what you think," she whispered. "Then tell me what it is." Silence. I stepped forward. "Who is he?" It doesn't matter," she mumbled. "It wasn't serious. It was a mistake." I let out a bitter laugh. "A mistake? Ava, mistakes are things you apologize for and don't repeat. This was premeditated. You had to pick a time, a place, and him. You had to open the door and climb into that car. Don't you dare call it a mistake." She tried to reach out, her face crumpling, but I stepped away. Her touch felt radioactive now. I didn't yell. I didn't throw things. But I was done playing the fool. "I'm not going to make this easy for you," I said quietly. "You don't get to walk away clean." I went upstairs and began packing her things. Every last piece of her wardrobe, every shoe, every perfume bottle and lipstick tube I'd paid for, all of it. I didn't bother folding. I didn't care about careful goodbyes. Then I pulled out the printer. I printed photos. Our wedding, our trip to Maui, the ultrasound of the baby we lost together 2 years ago. I circled our smiles in red marker and wrote the words liar, cheater, and you broke this across them. I taped them across the house. The fridge, the bathroom mirror, even inside her closet. But I wasn't finished. She'd saved all her passwords on our shared computer. Facebook, Instagram. I logged in and posted a message on each. Hi everyone. Just wanted to let you all know I've been cheating on my husband. I lied, I broke vows, and I lost everything. Hope you're all having a great day. Petty. But she made me feel small. Humiliated. I wanted her to understand what it felt like when your world caves in and everyone watches. Last, I called her parents, Mark and Elaine. They always treated me like family. I told them everything. Elaine wept. Mark cussed in the background, furious. They told me they'd talk to her. I didn't want pity. I wanted truth to be heard. When Ava came back that evening, she walked into a battlefield. Photos stared at her from every wall. Garbage bags lined the hallway. Her past, her lies, all on display. She screamed, "What the hell is this?" I stood in the living room, calm, arms crossed. "This," I said coldly, "is the cost of betrayal." She tried to talk, begged, cried. I handed her the divorce papers I had printed an hour earlier. "Sign them. And leave." Her hand trembled as she took the pen. "You're being cruel," she whispered. "No," I said. Cruel was sleeping with someone else and pretending I was crazy for asking questions. This is me reclaiming my dignity." She signed. And left with only what I'd packed. In the days that followed, I cleaned the house. Cried a little. Slept badly. But I didn't run from the pain. I sat in it. Faced it. I took up boxing at a local gym. Burned my rage into every swing. I started therapy. Spent more time with friends. And slowly, the wounds stopped bleeding. Then one evening about a month later my phone buzzed. It was Ava. "I'm sorry. Messed up. I hope someday you can forgive me." I stared at the screen. No anger. No hate. Just peace. I deleted the message without replying. That chapter was closed. The sun was setting outside, painting the sky in quiet oranges and purples. I stepped onto the porch and exhaled. My heart wasn't whole yet, but for the first time in years it was mine. Ava was part of my past. But my future, that was mine to write. And it would never again include someone who didn't value my heart.